Well, rising time says it's 11, so we'll call the salary board, Marshall up to order. Everyone can stand and join me in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Anything reported? In the future, no cause for executive session. So next I would ask if members of the board have had a chance to review the minutes from February 12th.
Make a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
I'll second that.
Motion made. Discussion. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise, motion carries. New items of discussion. Three things on the agenda today. First is finance position. Eric will present shared GIS position, which I will present, and jail administration, which presumably will be between Kim and John. Eric, you're up.
I sent you a preliminary email, the job, after looking at, we had an opening in the finance office and looking at the duties and responsibilities historically versus currently. After speaking with Barb in my office as well as Kim, myself, my own observations, we looked at, determined that it would make more sense for the finance group to have another finance administrator position. That's going to be involved in a lot more things, which I won't go all through my previously supplied information. However, we do have, I would like to get that approved with a salary not to exceed $37,000. I think we are in, we on the position you approved previously on the employee benefits side, that was not to exceed 50. Well, we were able to find a candidate who has accepted for a nice amount less than that. So between that and what I have in my budget already, I'm completely covered for this position, up to that 37.
Okay.
So I would ask for your approval of this position.
So then the only concern here would be that the union does not agree that this should be a non-union position, correct?
I don't know that they've been
They're not to that. Okay, very well. I mean, it's a clear payroll, AP, budgeting. It's a fair.
There's union negotiations going to be involved in this position as well next year as well. So.
Yeah. Exactly.
And it makes it aligned with the other finance administrator position in ours, which is also not union.
Correct. Okay. Very good. Any questions for Eric? That's very thorough. Said the motion would be to approve finance administrator position, non-union, not to exceed 37 in salary.
Correct.
I'll make that motion.
a second.
Motion made, second, in discussion.
I would just say that before the position's already been posted
Yes.
and someone's accepted it.
Well, not technically, not until you folks approve
I
it.
posted it pending salary.
The HR position, we already approved that position.
I would just say that you should, immediately after this meeting, send a letter.
Actually, sorry to interrupt. She did email Kim about it. That
And did they have any response?
I don't think she replied.
Okay, well, then that's my only concern.
Yep.
Any further? All those in favor of the motion to create an additional finance administrator position, non-union, not to exceed 37,000 in salary annually, please state aye.
Aye.
Opposed, likewise, motion carries.
Thank you.
Next, shared GIS position. See in your packet, I included a job description that Kim Corson and I wrote. This would report to the EMA Deputy Director. It's fully paid for between FEMA grant, and which would be half, and a 911 reimbursement from Forest County. which is, I believe, on the agenda for today, at the meeting at noon. And would be SEIU union eligible because that position is essentially an elevation of the administrative position that used to be at public safety, which was SEIU. We heard back yesterday, I believe,
Yes.
from SEIU saying that the range that we advertised it as was reasonable, and what rate would they?
They suggested $14.50 because that's the administrative assistant position.
Okay, so their recommendation is $14.50. I think that's acceptable. It's obviously within the range that we targeted and can budget for. You can see the responsibilities, roughly half planning and drills and that sort of thing for EMA, bookkeeping, etc., and then half GIS mapping. Roughly, my proposal would be this position would spend, let's say, 2 days a week approximately working on Forest County 911 GIS EMA projects, and then 2 days for us, and then factoring in basically that 1 day a week is more or less going to be either driving around, doing administrative things. So roughly how I see the breakdown. It's like 16 hours for one county, 16 hours for another county, and the remainder administrative, other.
Is there any special training that needs to occur when you're maintaining the GIS database? It's just a curiosity of mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure if there's a particular certification, but there's definitely a skill, and Brian Bowl has been gatekeeper
Right.
of all things GIS.
Okay.
In fact, what this scope of work would be doing is essentially work that has been doing for them, which of course we're extremely grateful for Brian doing that.
Sure.
But that said, it's not really, it probably shouldn't be on his plate.
Sure.
I mean,
I was just curious to understand if you could recruit somebody with that skill set for the starting salary. That's all.
I think the challenge is
Just
going
because-
to be, the bottom line is going to be they're going to have to be computer savvy. Because nobody's going to be GIS trained, like, because it's such a tiny niche.
yeah, maybe, but we could just build the other GIS position in assessment, correct?
Somebody
What
has
rate?
GIS.
What's that pay rate there?
Okay,
So, yeah.
there you go.
Who had somebody had GIS background? Where did they from GIS? At another county?
It's fairly common classes in college
Yes.
now.
I think it was college related too.
As opposed for like topography or?
I actually had a couple applicants that had some background in it.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
That was my curiosity. Okay.
But again, we discussed this at the last meeting, and had said that we would release the job description because everyone seemed in relative agreement about it. We just couldn't vote on it because we didn't have the job description done, the pay rate and that kind of thing. So now that we have that, I would ask for a motion to approve the shared GIS planning position.
I'll make the motion to approve the GIS planning position.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise, motion carries.
What's the shelf life on the FEMA grant?
It's indefinite.
It's always indefinite?
No, it is indefinite. I mean, EMA, so this pays for half of the EMA director and half the deputy director, and previously for half the administrative position, for as long as it's been a separate EMA office.
Okay.
So short of federal government completely cutting the program, which, could happen.
I guess that's my thing when someone says it's permanent. Like, define permanent.
But if that happened, it would be, there would be repercussions in every county, everywhere, so.
I assumed that would be the answer, let's put it that way.
Yeah. All right, the next item on the agenda is the office manager for the prison. Who would like to keep that off?
I'll start. So last meeting on February 12th, we discussed Chris Green absorbing more of the duties from the work release coordinator. And it was asked of me to prepare a job description, which I have, and I think she had it. And we were basically looking to take Chris out of the union, and she's obviously absorbed a majority of some of those duties, and call it either an office manager or some type of position, office administrator type position.
Gordon, did you have any to add?
Chris's position as administrative assistant, it's one of these positions that, was created 100 years ago, and it just never ever, the job, the responsibilities kept growing. As we grew, as we modernized, we put more work on the administrative assistant with the new banking system, the new software, the Guardian system. We've just never really recognized it, I don't think. Chris is, compared to what the old administrative assistant did, as opposed to what Chris does, it's night and day. If you look at the old job description, the responsibilities have literally tripled. And now we are putting a little bit of the work release responsibilities. And what I mean by that is more of the banking. She takes the work release funds. She pays collections. She pays any debt that they have. They do personal banking for the inmates. She does all the trustee pay, the work program, so to make sure everybody's being compensated. If Ryan, Lieutenant Tipton, if he is not available to schedule work, talk to employers, that's Chris's responsibility. I think Chris's duties, responsibilities are, a good comparison would be the chief clerk for the sheriff's department. I would like to see, if it is approved, for her to be somewhere near there, but definitely a non-union position. I honestly, I couldn't work without Chris. I'm cheap, and I'm very, very conscious about the budget. She's worse than me. And it's just great having her by my side, and with not filling that work release position, which overall with the benefit package was a roughly $60,000 a year position, we're not filling that. I think we have an opportunity now to compensate Chris, that position, administrative position, for the job that they do. So I would absolutely love to see her be compensated for the work she does.
So just to be clear, this would be creating an office manager position, would truly be promoting an existing employee, would be creating a position which then presumably you would fill with your administrative assistant, and then you would not fill that administrative
Correct.
in the future. Just to make sure everyone's on the same page.
Right.
Okay.
So is the title then office manager? Is that what we're?
I mean,
We can modify
No, it
it.
doesn't matter to
Right.
me.
I
She
put that
has,
like-
you said administrative assistant. so
That's
I
how
don't know.
it's, right, that's how it's recognized in the union pay scale.
Okay,
We gotta get rid of the administrative assistant, because that's a position we will not fill.
got it.
The title of her new position is, I just said office manager.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what's here.
And I can add that she currently makes $14.41 per hour, and the chief clerk at the sheriff's department makes $20.74 an hour.
Did you have a recommendation? Oh, you did.
When Kim and I talked this morning, to put her to $19 an hour would be an increase of $4.59. Annual would be $9,500. And I feel she's earned that. And again, this is an opportunity where we eliminated the $60,000 and we're going to replace it with hopefully $9,500 to $19 an hour.
So
I
what
took
if,
the whole figure, I think we initially asked for 60 to 22, and that's what my top figure was from last time.
So this, is it $19?
No, that doesn't
I know Marcy, the chief clerk would be a very good comparable, but, to go to whatever she was, that chief clerk, she does a lot of tax sales. She handles large quantities of money. Therefore, I think that's probably what takes her there, and Chris, or the administrative assistant, office manager, would be down here to 19.
19 will bring it to 39,520.
It's quite the jump. We consider the middle option.
I believe it is it's a nice increase, there's no doubt about it. But if you look at everything as a whole with not replacing the 60,000, and Chris really does play a big role in helping me maintain the budget and always coming in. Last year, I know we were 207,000 under budget, and she has a big role in that as well. I mean, I'm going to completely agree with whatever you guys decide. I know I've never really asked for an increase for an employee, and I see one employee here that does a fantastic job, and like I said, I see the opportunity where there may be funds available, so.
Kim, could you repeat current and,
Yes, current would be 14.41 an hour.
okay, and the warden's proposal was what?
$19 an hour would bring her 39,520.
Do we have?
And I just randomly,
Go ahead.
I just randomly did $18 an hour, and that's 37,440.
Do we have kind of a scale here for non-union people?
Sort of.
I'm not sure what you mean like a scale. Like there isn't a range because all the pays are fixed, so there's no range.
Well, that said, there was a proposal in the Hess survey that put people into ranges.
That's what I was.
I understand.
There's an official one today.
There's no official.
There's no
Okay.
official range.
Because this
Something
would be
that's
a
on our list of
perfect
things that- yes.
position to weigh into what that would be, was my point.
Mhm.
I thought would be to do something a little bit lower for now, evaluate.
You
As
can
a
always,
new board, we can reevaluate the Hess survey and tiering things.
because you can, I was gonna say, you probably would be reevaluating all the positions anyway, every year, like you've done in the past, just at the end, near the end of the year.
So normally, not that I'm saying that, just generally speaking, that shouldn't be done, I totally agree with that. Normally, when it comes to these individual positions, I'd probably be on the more conservative side. In this case, the case that I would make is the jail is our largest expense. Warden Collins has probably been one of the most reliable directors in this entire county in delivering an under budget, setup. I mean, and routinely we've had other departments that routinely go over budget, and we've given them increases, more people. He's simply asking for one of his best employees to get a raise, which he never ever asked for. And in this case, I would say that for that reason, we should probably give it to him, because I would feel pretty comfortable guaranteeing that the jail's going to be under budget by at least that amount.
Absolutely.
At the end of the year. If it was anybody else, I would be right there with you,
Well, that's where those ranges eliminates that argument. That was my only point. And
So I understand that in a corporate setting, that would normally work, and I totally agree, but in
Not
this,
necessarily just corporate.
the challenge in this setting is that you have multiple bargaining units that have had different gift packages given to them over the years. So to have an actual range for a lot of the positions is impossible based on having a negotiation of contracts. Plus, none of the organizations will allow you to have a range. They'll have a fixed amount or the other. I'm not saying that we shouldn't create a range to have it as a reference,
Yeah. We don't have anything to compare to, was just kind of my point, so I don't really.
I don't have anything on that.
Right. So,
And that's the only reason I brought up the chief clerk. I
Right.
believe their responsibilities are very similar, but because she has some added financial responsibilities, I think she may be a step ahead of Chris, or I'm sorry, the office manager, but it's very, very comparable.
Do you think there are gonna be a lot of people want to apply for that position at that rate?
If they spend, honestly, a day in Chris's shoes, no,
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's-
Oh, I don't disagree with that.
I feel for her, I really do. And, you know, it's because she lives so close to work, but on the weekends, something with a system malfunctions or an inmate's getting released, and she'll come in, she'll do the debit card for the inmate to be released. She's very, just so reliable, so reliable. And like Commissioner Eggleston said, I've never, and I probably won't ever again, ask for somebody to be compensated. It's nothing that I do. I mean, I think everybody comes to work, they have a responsibility, it's your job, this is what you accepted when you got hired. That's how I am, but, you know, I see this position, I see the work she does, and I truly, truly believe she's not getting paid what she does or what she's worth. And I think, you know, that 19 would be very fair for her and for us.
All right, well, we've had a robust discussion, is there a motion on the table?
I'd make a motion to increase, or to create essentially the position of office manager in the jail at a rate of $19 an hour.
This would be non-union due to its payroll and financial.
Administrative
And what was the title again, please?
office manager.
Given my lack of tenure here, I support both of what you're saying, Jeff, and understanding the warden's recommendation and the fact that he always remains under budget. But I would suggest that we do try and find a way this calendar year so that it gives us a little bit better understanding as to how to rate people, find a comparable wage range. So, I'm supportive.
Is that a second?
Yes.
All right, motion made and seconded. Just sort of discussion?
Very briefly, to go back to the range bit, I want to stress that I don't oppose like this concept of a range, and it's something that Commissioner Caffrell and I have looked at, tried to create, tried to kind of, so if it seems like there's some apprehension on our part, it's mostly because this is another in a line of Rubik's Cubes that has not been, the colors have not lined up yet. Because we share your interest in that.
Sure, I appreciate that. It also makes it a little easier for Kim to do her job and,
It would make it easier on everybody.
yeah, and us to evaluate as well.
Motion before us is to create an office manager position for the jail, with the job description that's before us, non-union, rate of $19 salary per hour. And this is, I'm sorry, so this would be 40 hours per week. Anything else? All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise, motion carries.
Can I just ask what it's?
Say it's effective immediately.
Next place, yeah.
That's, okay.
Monday.
Well, I mean, you need to post it, right? I don't think it's not needed.
I don't have to, this is the meeting.
Okay. So
I'm
anyway-
instructed you to post it.
You're saying next pay?
Well, at the beginning of the next pay cycle.
It should be repaid this
You
week.
should guys are fine, but we've already
Oh,
done
okay.
it this time.
Right. Just send me an email or something.
So next pay cycle. Great, very good.
And then our posting.
No,
Do whatever you want. Or whatever.
I truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Is there anything else to bring before the board?